back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee.
Hey.
At the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone.
Hey.
There's Jess Hooker, the cooker. She joins us.
Hi.
We have a very exciting special
Treat.
hors d'oeuvre.
Oh, yeah, that's
hors
it.
d'oeuvre
Yeah.
this
Nice
break.
hors d'oeuvre.
Some finger food.
There's Willie Griswold. Josh Arnold is in a hotel in Louisville, Kentucky, and a witness protection program. I think we'll check in with him in a moment. Here's Tom. And Tom, we have a special good friend, old guest.
A veteran of this show. She is the lovely Ms. Pat. Hi, Pat. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while, except on the TV.
Good morning.
You're looking good. You've got you've kept your loyalties. You're wearing an Atlanta Falcons
Did you notice?
T-shirt.
I left, and then y'all got our quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so we
did.
switched spots. I was so happy.
Thank you for that. Sundays are fun.
Yeah.
And I see y'all got used to what we was used to in the first game.
Very funny. Let's see now. We have to say that Pat is doing stand-up comedy again, and you are, of course, the star of your own show.
Yeah, I never stopped standing up.
How's it going? How's the show going?
It's going great. We got the third season in the box and waiting for them to tell us to come back for the fourth season. First season got nominated for an Emmy, so we're doing pretty dang good.
Now, has your life changed? Are you getting better wigs? What's the...
I'm getting better at everything.
She's building a house.
I thought I'd start with the wigs because you're famous on this show.
And you remember when she used to drive over all by herself and drag her ass out of the car? Now she's got two people with her.
Now you know what? You can go, buy me a car, Miss Pat.
I ain't Tom Briggs.
No. Buy him a wig, Miss Pat.
Buy me a wig, Miss Pat.
I can do that.
Buy me a wig, sugar.
I got you, sugar.
Does your husband have a nickname for you?
No.
He doesn't call you like...
Yeah, he said me shut the hell up.
That was shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up. Yeah. There's been a problem
I would think patty cakes.
Patty cake.
I hate Patty. That's an old woman name. I was already born in the 70s. Just say Patty. He don't call me anything but tell me to be quiet all the time. He's retired now. So he retired from Allison Transmission, and we packed up and went back to Atlanta.
Well, of course he can retire now that you're making the TV money.
Right.
Yeah, after I shot the first season, I never came back to Indiana.
Huh.
I never came home. I didn't pack up, and then I just said, hey, we ain't coming back. Let's go. I did the Beverly Hillbillies.
I remember that.
It's not that bad
I
here.
did the same thing in Springfield, Ohio. I abandoned a car at an apartment complex. Remember that? Yeah.
That's nice.
The Hill Apartment Complex, Springfield, Ohio.
Now, are you
72
Are you
Gremlin.
living in a house or are you building one?
I'm living in one. I'm renting, but I'm building one. I bought 7 acres in Atlanta, and I just told
in Atlanta proper, or are we?
No. I bought it outside.
Like a gated community?
Well, you
No.
don't give him the address. He'll keep asking to tell you.
He'll come
It's
over.
not-
Because, you know, my famous phrase, heaven is a gated community.
I didn't want a gated community. I didn't want all that. I live in a small neighborhood where it's only 11 people.
Oh, that's
and, I'm the only black again. But
That could be the title of your next book. I'm the only black again.
so if you turn down that street, you got to know somebody. But I just bought 7 acres, tore the house down. It was a 4,000 square foot house there. I tore it down and built a 15,000 square feet house.
Wow.
Is it done?
No, it's. I think the roof is going on this week.
Well, you got another 2 years then. Trust me.
I'm in no hurry.
Good. Ms. Pat is our guest. And Pat, coming up, we're going to be doing a special treat, as was indicated earlier. The White Castle people have come out with something called White Castle Bites.
Castle Bites.
Sorry, Castle Bites. Sorry, I haven't seen them yet. I didn't know that.
Are they here?
They left them on the stoop. I went and got them, and it is just like, it feels just like, looks just like a pizza roll bag.
They're
it's
frozen.
exactly the same. Yes.
Okay, are they designed to be microwaved or?
I think you have both options, and now there's the air fryer option, and I think that's what we're going to do.
And they're
best
supposed to
option.
taste like little mini White Castles.
Yes.
Do you like White Castle, Tom?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You don't look like the White Castle type person. You in the gated community. That's not White Castle type.
I send people out.
I love White Castle.
Williams,
At
get
3 in the
me a
morning.
White Castle. Yes.
Hey, Jess, is there any way, can we microwave one or two of them?
Sure.
Because my favorite thing about White Castle is that it's kind of soggy because it's
Yeah,
steamed.
yeah.
And I feel like the microwave kind of goes for that. Just my fat guy take on that.
Sure.
That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
make this harder.
So you look like the type that be reheating White Castle.
Save a crave case in the fridge all week long.
Do you like the White Castles, Pat?
I do, but you know I'm from Georgia, so Crystal is our thing. But I like the White Castle. It's the same thing.
I love White Castles.
Yeah.
Oh, Crystal.
Crystal, that what you grew up on, right? Crystal Burgers?
Yeah. Did you know the Crystal Gale is named after those hamburgers?
That's not true.
Yes,
No.
it is.
What are
That's
you
true.
talking about?
Yeah, Crystal Gale, the famous singer, was named after that hamburger chain. I'm
Tom, nobody
totally
believes you this
Is that
morning.
where she got the name for the song, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes?
My brown eye.
No, hey.
Her hair is so long it touches the floor.
And that's not the only
or
long hair.
her pubes also.
Oh, it's the
Very,
same thing. Yeah,
very
she's
odd.
never trimmed those either. That's
So
right.
Miss Pat's our guest. Pat, how else has your life changed now that you got a TV show and everything? I remember when you first started working on this many, many years ago.
5. It took 5
you
years.
had to take acting lessons because you were the one that said your acting in the beginning a little bit rough.
It wasn't rough. I couldn't act. I had to
trying to
learn to read out loud and stuff like that. But you know, in my contract when we signed it, the show was originated at Fox with Lee Daniels and I do not want to call this man Opie. What is his real name?
Ron Howard.
Howard.
Ron Howard.
Get in here, Opie. I want to talk to you, Opie. Let's talk about this contract.
So in the contract, I had an acting coach, and I still have one. I don't need it as much, but as long as the show is alive, I get to have an acting coach.
Okay, and it's based on your life to a degree.
Yeah, and we shoot in front of a live studio audience right there in Atlanta. First time it's ever been a multicam in Georgia.
So cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that, being in front of a live audience like that?
I do, because it's like a party. So, the first season, we only had 35 people. When we taped the third season, we was actually turning people away. It's like a big party in between those scenes.
Oh, cool.
Do you have like a warm-up guy before your shows?
We do have a warm-up guy. We
Yeah.
really do.
That's
so
awesome.
it's really fun.
The warm-up guy gets the crowd excited to see you and everything.
Yeah. If you watch season 2, if anybody watched season 2, it's Miss Sophia, the courtroom episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the gay guy. I don't know what to call him. The man with the wig.
Yeah.
That's the warm up guy.
Oh.
And he come to work looking like that every day.
So he's the gay guy with the wig. Okay. Got that okay.
He is hilarious.
Good to know. Now, we're trying to see if we can hook up with Josh Arnold. Do we have that hookup working? Okay, we'll try to get him back on the air at some point. In the meantime, we're going to head over to the news desk and tell Ms. Pat what's going on.
Well, a drunk driver in the UK who crashed into a bus stop told authorities her dog was driving.
All right.
Wales Online reports 47-year-old Melissa Johannesson was attempting to reverse out of the Ocean Cafe bar's parking lot when a witness noticed her drunken state and called police. On her 5th attempt, the woman backed out of the lot and began driving down a sidewalk before colliding with a bus stop just a few feet away from a playground. She told responding officers her pet dog, Lily, had been behind the wheel.
Bad dog.
A judge did sentence the woman to a 15-day rehab program to monitor her progress with regard to her alcohol consumption.
And it's unfortunate, too, because the dog also had a beer. But in dog beers, that's like 7 beers. So it's just super dangerous. You
Oh,
can't do
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, did the dog get a ticket?
Yeah, the dog blew a 5.6, but that's different in dog things.
Right.
But, and there is a dog beer
You know
out
what?
there.
That was the laziest attempt at a joke. That's 5 points. That's different dog things, laugh
pretty
there at
drunk.
home. Laugh the home by yourself.
I got stepped on. The larger point is
Good job, Willie.
we're trying to get to the story about the dog beer.
Dog breweries are cropping up around the country to create non-alcoholic beers for dogs. Megan Long, who created Good Boy Dog Beer, explained that the beverage is called beer because we use a lot of the same equipment a brewery does. We just skip the fermentation process. She and her husband are now planning to introduce a 4th beer on their canine menu, Crotch Sniffin' Ale, which is made with unsalted peanuts, almonds, oats, cinnamon, and water. The beer joins their other dog-friendly offerings, including IPA A Lot in the Yard, Session Squirrel, and Mailman Malt Liquor.
White people.
I pee a lot in the yard. That's
white
great.
people.
IPA,
Yeah.
lot in the yard. Good Boy Dog Beer beverages are sold for $5 a can.
What?
What?
That dog won't get no bill.
Is there a market for this?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Patton. White
Rednecks.
people.
And
Yeah.
they got a bill. The dog got a bill. The kid got a bill. You dang right they got a market for this.
Remember, they sell truck nuts.
Oh,
They're going to sell dog beer.
Yeah.
I know for my dog would be O'Druels. Would be the one.
It's a lot of guys that look like me, but they're skinnier and they have Morrissey tattoos and
Oh,
they work
gotcha.
at coffee shops. They're buying dog beer.
Right.
Okay, now,
right.
Pat, I hear you strumming in there. The other Pat Godwin. What do you got?
Reminds me of the story. I remember that Saturday I was kicked out of AA. I was Mickey Rourke in Barfly. You were my Faye Dunaway. All we had was a dog stumbling around in the drunken fog. We all drank together. The dog had his own beer too. Me and you and a dog loved brew, drinking and living on the streets. Me and you and a dog loved brew beer that tastes like doggy treats.
Oh,
A little Lobo for
You
you.
want to know if there's a market for that.
The fabulous Lobo, Tom.
Yeah.
me and you and a dog named Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Traveling, living off the land, of course.
Wasn't his name like Lobo LaJoy or something? Or,
Was it really?
I think.
I just
They
remember
were like
Lobo.
homeless with a dog, I think.
No, we have. There we go.
There
Josh
he
Arnold
is.
in a hotel room in Louisville. He's enjoying the Louder Than Life Festival, and he joins us. Can you see Ms. Pat's in here, Josh? I don't know if you can see her from where you are.
I sure can. Looking beautiful, Miss Pat.
You looking beautiful too.
Well, thank you, dear.
With your sexy looking self looking like him. I done
She
came
pointed
back
at
looking
Chick.
like him. Looking like Chick now. What's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're all getting old, Pat. Yeah.
I see. Josh about to catch up with you.
Now, Josh, once again, big shows for you in Louisville at the Louder Than Life Festival. I know you're going to be enjoying a lot of bands. And your favorite, really, though, is tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah, always excited to see Slipknot.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
They wear a lot of makeup, right?
They wear
No, they wear
Wear
these
masks.
crazy masks.
Oh, yeah. Kiss, makeup, Slipknot
Masks.
masks.
Well,
Yeah.
That way people can quit the band and nobody knows.
It's a great idea.
Sure. It's a hell of an idea.
Better than Menudo.
Yeah.
You just get shifted out.
Think how many times you'd have fired me if you could have just replaced me and put a new mask on the guy. Or the same mask on the guy. Yeah.
He did. You just getting older.
I know. I got a mask on.
Now, Pat was telling us about her new life with this TV show and everything. This is great.
Sure.
Are you doing any touring as a stand-up? I know you've got
Yeah.
a special thing you're doing with D.L. Hughley and Ricky Smiley coming up tomorrow, but lots of other dates coming up for you?
Yeah, I left straight off the set and started touring. I won't stop until they call me back for the 4th season.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I just got the list here. Oh, you're
Yeah.
going to be in Cleveland, Davenport, Iowa, Columbus, Ohio. You're going to Canada, the Improv in Ontario.
They won't
Yes.
let you in,
You telling a
Canada.
lie? Shut up, chick. Mind your white business.
Thank
You don't
dear.
know what I can do.
That should be your third book, Mind Your White Business.
That's right.
November 18th and the 19th, the Funny Bone in Liberty Township, Ohio.
Yes.
That's a famous club in Greater Cincinnati. Plus, coming up, Arlington, Texas, and Houston with Ms. Pat live and in person for some great live stand-up comedy. Well, what else is going on in your life? Your husband quit his job.
No, he retired. Like no black man quit on me.
Okay.
He
What does he
retired.
do in retirement?
Oh my God, he's getting on my nerves.
Is he?
He just buying dumb stuff. Like he bought an old school car. He bought a lawnmower, one of them $15,000 lawnmower. I come home, he hitting wheelies on it, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "It's going really fast." I'm like, then I come home, he buy a $4,000 drone and can't get it out the air. So we both over 50. We don't really know technology. So I'm like, hit it with a rock to bring it down. He's getting on my nerves. I'm like, Walmart need greeters, don't you want?
Good to see ya.
Once again, our guest is Ms. Pat Once again, touring as a stand-up. How much of the writing of the show do you sit down with the writer people and say, I got this idea, that idea?
Yeah, I'm in the writer's room. And so is my daughter. All my kids work on set. So my daughter, Garyana, she writes on the show also.
Yeah, I don't believe in nepotism. Have you met my son, Will?
Yes, I have.
What a disgusting
And your son, Sam?
We're busy. Well, that's great. Got a family thing going.
Yeah.
Does your husband come to the tapings?
Not much. You know, because in my show, you have to show black love. So I do a lot of kissing of the daddy. So
He doesn't like that. Garrett doesn't like that.
well, he liked the paycheck, but
He doesn't like you messing around with another man, huh?
He's just at home buying a new drone.
so we're very intimate, me and the daddy. So it's acting, but he's like, I don't want to see that. So,
How much tongue do you give him when you do
a
this?
lot.
Now,
It's real.
are you self-conscious about it? Do you brush your teeth and do like extra laborious?
Oh yeah, we both do. But I've been
Do
kissing
you
him now
like
3
really
seasons.
kiss him? Really
Yes.
kiss him? It's not TV kissing?
No, it's not TV kissing. The co-creator, Jordan Cooper, 26-year-old kid,
Yeah.
going to Broadway this year. He wanted it like really intimate. So it was hard for me because I hadn't kissed a man. I hadn't touched a man in 30-some years almost.
Well,
So
your
I had to-
husband's really sad about that.
No, not that. Another
Hang
man.
on a second. Way to go, Christy.
He's busy. He's got a lawnmower.
Another man.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
So I had to really get used to, like letting him, because I hated him first season. The first few episodes, get your hands off me. Then I just had to get used to it. And the audience really like it. It's like finally, a family that look like they real, act like they're real.
Now, do you, when you do the rehearsals and the walkthroughs?
Oh, I don't do that.
You
I
don't kiss
kiss
them then?
I don't, because acting is so crazy. Like you can connect. You can really feel like you love that person. So doing rehearsal, I never connect to him. I don't connect to anybody. But doing the shoot, then that's when everything comes out. Because it takes a lot of energy to connect. So
And you got a live audience. Do you have to do reshoots?
yeah, sometimes, but it's like a play. We try to have all the lines down and get through. I'm the only person drop my lines. Thank God I'm the star. But I would have been fired. They have a running joke on set. Miss Peg gonna say, "Can I pick it up? Can I pick it up?"
Does your husband run lines with you? Does he?
No, I have an acting coach that runs lines with me. Yeah, they give me an acting coach.
Has your husband ever tried to run the lines with you?
No, I don't. No. He don't know nothing about no TV.
What does that know about TV? Just, he can be the husband and read them with a certain amount of authority, in that he's been doing never mind.
I'm
You know,
not
I
gonna
knew
act that with
I
him.
knew it was coming. And it was going to be a train wreck, but I had no idea. And now here
Hey,
we
you got
go.
a song about a dog for beer, or a beer for dogs?
And Tom, we have a special guest.
We do. It's the lovely Ms. Pat, star of the Ms. Pat Show. And always a good idea, by the way, putting your name on the show. As you said earlier, then they can't fire you. Although,
I
wait a
learned
minute.
that from you.
Oh, yeah, but I just realized that's not necessarily the case. Roseanne.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna get my white people confused.
Okay. Pat, it's always a pleasure to see you. Pat's been coming here for many, many years. And you wrote your autobiography a long time ago, pre-TV. And your book is called
Rabbit.
Rabbit, because
My name is Rabbit. My drug dealer name was Rabbit.
your drug dealer name.
Yes.
Because your background is rather interesting. You personally are not a drug user,
No.
but you have an interesting past in which you got into the commerce of selling drugs.
What's all these big words you using today? Commerce.
Yeah, I'm just saying that you were a
got
you were a drug dealer.
You could talk regular to me.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
we used to sleep together.
That's true.
Sounds like an FBI.
That needs to be an episode of the show.
You ain't gotta act like I was almost your son's stepmama. I was almost your stepmama.
You should bring Tom on the show.
The
will
whitest
bring
whitest man in America, ladies and gentlemen.
If he's on the
audience
show,
gasps.
I mean, he's got to be the neighbor complaining about the property line,
Oh,
or
no.
he's sad he didn't get invited to the barbecue. It's
You know,
This is
show
mighty spicy barbecue.
What is happening?
This show is set in Plainfield, Indiana. That's where
Right.
it's set out a playing field.
Like your life.
Yeah, so I don't. A lot of black people are like, why you don't bring me on the show? I was like, because you wasn't in my neighborhood.
You would have been in her neighborhood.
You are in my neighborhood.
Okay, well, cool.
I'm gonna have to make a character of you, Tom.
Now, I remember I've learned a lot from Pat over the years, but I got her a birthday cake. Mm-hmm. You remember this, Pat?
I do remember the
You were
cake.
teaching me a tradition that I was not aware of.
Oh my God!
What?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know this story.
I'm trying to remember this.
Is it bad?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
Black people put dead peoples on the cake.
Yeah.
Rest in peace cakes.
Yeah, I was not aware of the rest in peace cake.
Good morning, everybody.
And because they have the technology now. There's some great things in contemporary
Yeah,
technology.
it looks like a photo right there on the cake.
For
Yeah.
example, they can do that foam in the top of your coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a machine now that can turn that into a picture.
Right.
It is completely unnecessary and worthless in life. And we
Holds up the line.
Yeah, but these same guys are going to get away to shoot Putin from the sky, so I'm all in favor of technology.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a cultural tradition
In the black community.
in the black community, and
Rest
can you explain that to me again?
Rest in peace shirts, rest in peace cakes. When somebody gets killed, you got to celebrate them. Well, I don't say celebrate them, but
Celebration of life.
Yeah, so you buy a cake, and every funeral I've been to had the dead person on the cake.
And so Pat was doing a show, so I surprised her. I had even though you're alive, I had a dead person cake made for Pat with her picture on
I
it.
had a dead person cake.
If you
made for
put their
Pat.
face on it, it's not a dead person cake. It's
Yeah.
just a cake with their face on it.
It's
Well, see, that was the joke, though.
Did you have rest in peace on it?
I think he did.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I hope you killed tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that fun? Was that cool?
Tom, I didn't read that cake, but I ate it.
It said "Rest in peace, Pat" with her picture.
Yeah, that's
on
the whole gag. See, she's teaching.
You're a lunatic.
He should be the HOA president on your sitcom. And
Oh, yeah.
Like a threat or something.
That's good.
And it would be the running joke.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Oh, God,
now
it's
what
Tom.
And Tom has sitcom experience,
How
right?
are you? Look, I noticed you moved your fence. Now I don't want to be a stickler.
See, but I'm not that guy in real life. I'm
Laugh.
not that guy at all.
You don't care if somebody take your property?
No, the
Brian?
HOA people are people who failed in life, so they want to spend their life bossing other people around.
And that's
I got
why
a neighbor I want to have shot right now, but that's a different story.
Okay.
That's why I sold my house and I said I never wanted another HOA. I don't want
Yeah.
nobody telling me when to cut my grass. Maybe I want to see my grass high this week.
See, that leads back to the
You
fact
don't
that
know what she's dealing with.
your husband retired from a great job, and you told me he bought a $15,000 lawnmower.
Yeah.
He's going to be out there cutting the grass a lot. Does he put headphones on so he doesn't have to hear you screaming at him?
You know what, Tom? You know what's crazy that's irritating me with my husband? Because the house is up under construction and he would go cut the grass at the construction site. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? It's supposed to look like this. You don't have to cut the grass.
he's bored.
I know he's bored out of his mom. And I asked him, I said, you really should go pick up a hooker so we can have something to talk about. Not you.
Most women would say go play golf.
Yeah, my husband fat. He ain't going to do all that walking. You trying to kill my husband.
Perhaps you should climb up on top of him then a couple of times, or maybe I don't.
I got started really early with that in life, so I'm kind of done right now.
You know, you had your first child. You had your first child at what age?
I had started sexual activity around 6th grade, so I'm done.
Wow, I didn't have a pubic hair till I was in 12th grade.
That's your problem.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Can we talk about anything else? Anything else at all? What else you been buying, Pat? Tell us what you're buying.
I think
Jeez.
to get somewhat lofty here, the source of Pat's comedy is because everything she says is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your life, your book, and your show is kind of, Ace termed it kind of a dramedy.
Yeah,
A
'cause
lot of serious topics, on a show. But when you do your stand-up show, you just talk about your real stuff, and it's just so funny.
Yeah, the finale of this season of the Miss Pat Show, I actually had an abortion.
Wow.
I had an abortion. Because married people do get an abortion. Everybody,
Well, depends what state they're in.
Yeah, these days.
I mean, you can drive big folk, but
Right.
as I say, who wants somebody else to feed? So
Now, you currently, I don't know if you want to talk about this, but you don't just have your own kids.
yeah, I have my niece kids. So
Yeah.
it's 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I packed up all of them and left 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a lot of mouths to feed. Do they treat you with respect, or are they like every other kid and you're just another
what
pain
are
in
you
their
talking
ass?
about? Wait, no, what? I'm a black mama, Tom. I don't play that. You don't get that chance with me. You get your teeth knocked out. I will have you call the police with your teeth in your hand.
Could that be your fourth book?
hard to
I will have you
understand
call the
the phone
police with your teeth in your
I
hand.
don't play that. You're not talking back to me. I don't care how old you are. I feed you. And I pulled up one day and my nephew was out there cutting grass in his KBs.
Oh.
$200 tennis shoes. So I said, hey, homeboy, take my shoes off. And I hit him upside the head. I said, you gonna cut grass? You got it like this? You gonna cut grass in $200 sneakers? Give me my shoes. So I took my shoes.
Now help me with the distinction between homeboy and houseboy.
I've never heard of houseboy, but homeboy is just people that
I
hangs
did
out.
that just to make Chick uncomfortable.
You know, Miss Pat has to
it's
get
not
to.
just Chick.
Yeah, it's not just Chick.
It's the whole
Don't
room.
be trying to run
Are
me
we?
out.
So I have a question. We're not going to have the Miss Pat's not going to be able to taste the
I
Castle
can
Bites.
taste them. Go. Are they cooking?
No, I got to throw them in the air fryer.
Well,
at
what are
this
you
break.
waiting on?
She's gonna knock you upside your head.
We're coming right
It's an
back.
air
Better hurry, homegirl. And here's Tom with one of our favorite guests.
She's right over there. She's Ms. Pat. She's got her own TV show now. And Ms. Pat is on tour. Lots of stops coming up, including Cleveland, Davenport, Columbus, Ohio. And November 18th and 19th, the Funny Bone in Liberty Township, Ohio, Greater Cincinnati, a famous club. And you'll be able to see Ms. Pat there live and in person. Pat's working on all kinds of projects that would include some stuff that she can't even talk about.
Yeah.
But you've been working on this TV show forever.
5 years it took to get on.
But
years.
it's up and running and nominated for...
An Emmy. It was
Emmy.
nominated
It
for
was
an Emmy.
nominated
We
for an
lost to Ted Lasso, but we was in such a great category.
Right.
Oh, if only Josh were here when you mentioned Ted Lasso.
Josh could be here, I think, if we.
Okay.
Do he like Ted
Hold on,
Lasso?
One second.
Josh has never watched a second of Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
so.
like most of America who's
Yeah.
enjoyed Ted Lasso.
Right.
Josh has an issue with Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a good show. It's a
Oh.
good show to lose against, too.
Miss Pat looked beautiful at the Emmys. She was all dressed up. And,
You know,
wow.
people was talking about me. They like, why do Miss Pat look like the Game of Thrones cook?
No, you didn't.
I don't think that's a mean thing to say.
She looked gorgeous.
Did you meet anybody you ever wanted to meet?
Huh?
Did you meet anybody you wanted to meet at the Emmys?
You know, I'm so over Hollywood. I just rather be around regular people like y'all. You see people with their nose up in there. I don't got time for all that. You
Good
know,
for you.
Everybody don't want to eat. Everybody don't want to live. I'm in this. I don't care. I will steal your pocketbook.
That's volume 5 of the Ms. Pat biography. I don't care. I'll steal your pocketbook. We Jess Hooker has just handed us.
This mine's.
These are the these are called what again? They're the White Castle
Castle Bites.
Castle Bites, and they are about the size of a wonton or a.
They look just like a pizza roll.
I've
Tom.
never had a
Yeah.
pizza roll, so I
Oh,
wouldn't know.
I should have
just
known.
look-
That's next.
Yeah. No, so these are just the Castle Bites. These are the hamburger. They're not the cheeseburger. These are 2 minutes in the microwave. We also have a batch in the air fryer, which I think are going to be better, right? Yeah.
Okay, it smells like Chinese food.
Is it awful?
I love this.
You
You
like it?
do?
This could ruin my fall. I'm gonna eat these every day.
I
love
bought an
these
extra
things.
bag you can take home.
Are these cheeseburgers?
really
Is this
mess
a
up your
sponsor?
weekend. Dude, that's hamburger.
Hamburger?
Oh, just not a sponsor?
No, I just smoke a lot of weed, so I like this kind of stuff.
Well, this is exactly what you give your kids when you can't cook.
It's rough.
Josh Arnold is
Tom?
here, and he's
sorry.
also
Josh is
eating too. He's. What the hell are you?
Where are you, Josh?
How we doing? I'm down here in the lobby having breakfast. So
Ah.
You look like you have
Oh, the free hotel breakfast?
This is a classroom.
What is it?
I got
Muffin.
a sandwich here. I'm being a little quiet.
Don't sell it so hard.
Why is he calling in? Like, could you just have taken a vacation day, or is this so
Yeah.
we'll pay for your hotel room?
Look, I was sitting here minding my own business, and I get told that Tom mentioned my name.
Well, Josh, the reason is Ms. Pat, her show nominated for an Emmy, but they lost to Ted Lasso, and I wanted you to give your review of Ted Lasso since you've never seen it.
You see, Pat, Ted is an American, but he lives now in England, so he doesn't understand.
I lost to somebody who live in England.
I'm even an American.
Is that where the Queen just died?
Yeah, that's where she died. Yeah.
Y'all know the Queen been dead about 10 years. They had a battery on her.
I agree.
I believe that.
She was so dead walking so many years ago, and her son ain't gonna make it 10 years.
No.
Oh, he dead too. You know what they gonna mess around and do it? All that crap they be talking is, you know, America say they're racist, but that black girl gonna get that crown. We gonna laugh. Black people like, yes, you let us in, we take over. It's gonna be chicken and waffles at that castle. I give you 10 years, and it's gonna be NWA when she walk out the door. F the police.
Right?
Wow.
That took a turn.
I'm
Just
very
wanted
glad.
you to do your Ted Lasso impersonation.
Can you do your Ted Lasso?
They have a queen, we have a president.
There you go.
It's very unfair. He's never seen the show.
I know.
They call it the boot.
But it's surprisingly accurate. Yeah.
Trust me, I've seen the show.
Oh, it's very sweet. I think you'd really like it.
Now, Ms. Pat, your show is on BET Plus and currently rerunning on
BET.
BET.
And Amazon. You can get it on Amazon.
Oh, you can? Okay, good.
And we was on Paramount for a little while.
Okay. And then Donnie Baker was saying he was watching BET and couldn't believe it. He couldn't bet on anything.
He was watching the wrong BET. He was watching the casino channel.
Now, Ms. Pat, you've been working hard all your life, but you finally got this TV show, so you got what we would call, I'm assuming, serious money. What is the first thing, you mentioned your building house, but what's the first thing you bought when you realized this was happening?
I bought this bag, Tom.
Nice.
What is
Chanel.
that? What is
Very
that?
nice.
Let me see that thing.
Classic.
It is.
Looks like a lunchbox.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it's a
wrong with you?
$10,000 lunchbox, Tom.
It's an investment, actually. It's not just a purse.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, no wonder you got the chain on it. Jesus.
Believe me, Tom, somebody's giving you some at night. She got one, too.
I think you've got about $4,000 or $5,000,
Yeah, you
$10,000
probably
lunchboxes in
do.
the closet.
Yeah, you just don't know how much they cost.
Damn
Nobody's laying down with you for free, Tom.
That's book 6.
Because you know what? You are the white Nick Cannon.
You know what, Pat? I'm saying it now. You are my new stepmom. Welcome to the family.
White Nick
He is the
Cannon.
white Nick Cannon. Where he lay, he plants.
See, Tom, Nick has 9 kids.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you
How
need
many
to
you
hurry
got?
up.
Very good.
How many you got, Tom?
Let's see. 7.
7, yeah.
No.
You buy a bag, I can give you 2 more.
Now, so the first thing you bought was that Chanel purse, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then is that practical? Does it fit a lot of stuff? What do you got in there?
No, it's just,
Do you have one of those black American Express cards?
I do.
Nice.
I don't have a black, but I have an Amex. Finally,
You
it
got
took
an
them
Amex?
forever, Amex, or whatever you call it. It took a while to get it, but I finally got it.
Because I never heard of that, but you were in here one day and you asked me if I had a black American Express card.
Well, I don't think
I was unclear if that was like a...
No.
No, it's real. It's heavy.
It doesn't have a limit.
Okay.
No, it's
You
not
could-
like Black Twitter.
No.
That's what
No.
God.
you were going to ask if there's a picture of Malcolm X on it or something.
No,
That's
it's-
a bad rap.
It's nice. You don't have
Okay.
any limit.
You don't have. I have a limit on mine.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
to know. Your
It's a-
husband's probably pretty glad about that too, I suppose.
My husband got his own credit cards. He don't fool with me.
Do you mix your money?
Huh?
Do you mix your money together?
No.
He's got his own bank. You've got your own bank.
Yes. If I knew I was gonna be famous, I would get a prenup. I tell my husband, I don't care how mad you get. You go into the other room. You're not buying a woman nothing with my money. We're gonna work it out through Twitter. I mean, through a text message.
Right.
So that's why I built the house so big.
Now, but the only thing he has purchased is the lawnmower. Did he buy that with his own money?
Tom, mind your business.
That was a little invasive.
You got a lawnmower and a drone, remember?
And a drone.
Trying to cause problems.
Just asking.
He like old school cars, so I bought him a few. I bought him for retirement. I bought him a brand new Lincoln.
Oh, wow.
Aviator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I bought him that, and then I bought him a couple of old school cars for retirement because he had been there 22 years, and my husband had like 7 years to go before retirements. So I had to talk him into early retirement
Oh, so you could move.
so I could move because I
Yeah.
was going to leave him here with you, Tom.
Well, he could cut my grass. I sure as hell don't do it.
These two. How about welcoming him to the family?
These two guys get along.
Man,
Without
Thanksgiving.
driving each other crazy.
Do you need a big black uncle?
You know what, Pat? I've never thought about it. It's all I want now.
Well, I'm your stepmom, okay? But don't worry, I'm unfertilizable.
Unfertilizable.
Pat, he's got something super going on down there, so you got to be careful.
I know. And Tom, I always wanted a mixed baby. Why not by somebody as rich as you, Tom? I ain't into white men, but you know I've always been into you.
Again, that's book 8, I believe.
I won't do chick, but I do you.
How did I get out?
I
I won't do chick. Hey, I do not sleep with the help.
I don't blame you.
These are all classics.
I don't blame you.
I Will Not Sleep with the Help. Help is volume 7 or 9. I forgot. I lost my
I'm
place.
going straight to the top. You Tom.
Miss Pat, Murat Theater tomorrow. Then it's Cleveland, Davenport, Columbus, New York, Houston, Liberty Township, Ohio. It's all coming up for Ms. Pat. Thank you, Pat. We I hope you were listening because we're not going to see Pat for a while again, but be sure to stop on back by. And you're also doing radio down in Atlanta.
I'm the morning show with Big Tigger. So I do morning shows every morning when I'm home.
What's his name again?
Big Tigger. It's the Big Tigger morning show.
Tigger.
Not Tick. It's
Tom, keep going. Just keep going.
I think maybe.
See the green light? Go to the light.
Can I say thank you? Thank you guys so much because my career started here. I want to thank y'all so much. Y'all always supported everything that I do. And anytime I can get back here, Tom, I'm back here so
All
you
right,
can rub on my
Bye, Pat. I've got to get back to my sleep number bed announcement. Where was I?